Good afternoon, tubers. Welcome to another live stream. This afternoon I'm going to play with a little bit of intercalated graphite, which is, broken it up into portions that are closer to graphene. Some of it will be graphene, some of it will be graphite. Let's not get into that argument. But yeah, just throw that into the Monocure Rapid Liquid. And we're going to run a print and see how it comes out. I can't see that anything will go wrong. I've actually had the material that I put into there sitting in the resin for 2 days now. And there's another bit of stuff here that's something that the YouTuber formerly known as Neat Pete, now known as A, sent me some of his expanded graphite. And that's in the resin too. I actually thought that the leftover acids from the resin, from the graphite expanding process would have actually set off the resin, but it's still stable. So what I'm going to do is just wander over to where I've got some samples of stuff that I made the other day and show you those, and then fiddle around and get this thing working. Now, unfortunately, the phone is the thing that I usually drive this with, because it talks to the Raspberry Pi over there, which I printed a T-glaze case for. That was a bit of a nightmare print. Yeah, so since the phone is the thing that is doing the live broadcast, unfortunately, I'm going to have to zip up to the house to log in and tell this to start. But at any rate, that's not very well thought out. But yeah, here's the samples of stuff that I was playing with the other day. The resin that has got the graphite in it. And so that one is the expanded graphite. That one is the intercalated graphite graphene. And this one came out more flexible than the resin usually is, which is good. Usually it would have snapped with that much bending, so it's certainly changed its properties. So that's a bit of fun. And I also had electrodes placed into it so that I could measure the resistance, and strangely it is completely open circuit. Other times I've played with stuff like this, it's turned out to be quite conductive, and especially the stuff that Pete sent me. This stuff is so conductive, it's incredible. You just press a bit of that together and you're nearly 0 ohms across a centimetre. Okay, so I'm just gonna I've got a print sitting on there which has been on there for 3 days now. That's another one of the little Inca things that I've been printing off. So this is a good trick for getting prints off the bed. I've got some alcohol to wash in here. I've got some prints that have been washing there. I'll pull them out and finish those. There's some rings. And if you watched my recent, my latest video, you'll have seen this thing. And this is the ultraviolet fat beam laser. And I've been using it to post cure. So I basically just lay it down on a surface, a glass surface, and then just do this a few times. And if you were looking at the thumbnail and thinking that it was some sort of photoshoppery trickery, it wasn't. It was actually this piece of orange plexiglass here that is extremely reactive to the ultraviolet, and I basically just used that as the edge to make it appear to be a lightsaber. Apologies for the bad connection. I know it will look like a potato, But just pretend you're in the good old days. So, the graphite that's in there, I need to clear the bed so that we can do a stir. Now I'm wearing green goggles. I really think these machines should come with green goggles. But at any rate, that's just me whinging. So there's the print. And washing that, good, really good wash to show up all the detail, to wash out all the uncured resin that's between the bits that have already been cured. So the better you wash it before you post cure, the cleaner it looks. But if you want a shiny look, then a really quick rinse, it leaves the uncured resin on there, and then when you throw it into the curing, then it's like painting it with lacquer, and it gets a nice shine. So two thought processes going on there when you're thinking about curing. Just leave that soak. Going to deglove and have a look and see if there's any talking on the line here. Who we got? We've got a thumbs up, 2 people, any chat messages, no messages. So I'll be about 3 minutes while I go up to the house and log in, and if everything goes right you'll see this go down and come back up again. If not, I'll have to come down and unplug and do a repair for the fire. Alright, back in a tick. Back again. I suppose the smartest thing to do would be to put a Ethernet switch down here so that the Pi and the laptop could have its own yeah, it's not reaching. Okay, this is kind of annoying. I've had to do this a lot actually. If I go this thing on first and then pipe. Stir that graphene in. I was wondering if like the graphene between, you know, the molecules would help as an inhibitor and give you like a better better resolution on the print, because I know they do add inhibitors to the stuff so that once it starts reacting it doesn't chain react and continue to react into the unexposed resin next to it. And if you think about how much light's going to get through this screen when it fires an exposure, you know, I'm sure there's like overexposure because it's not a coherent beam. You've just got an LED sitting at the bottom there and this big cone-shaped funnel to direct the light up. It's pretty rough. Saw somebody's home build, they'd put like a honeycomb in there so that any light that got up to the screen was actually coherent light that was travelling in a straight line rather than like, which would be a good improvement. Okay, I think I should add a little bit more liquid to that because it's looking like I can see the floor. Okay, that's a good sign when the printer powers the fan on. And reset the website there and see if I've got access to the Pi. No, still can't get it. Lights look good on the Raspberry Pi over there on the Ethernet end. Come on. Plugged in, USB. Yeah. Yep. So still reset on this again. Make sure I can actually get internet down here. So internet's working in the shed here on the Wi-Fi, so I'm just having troubles connecting to Pi. Let's see if it's on again. Reload. Bastard thing. Well, I don't know what to say about that. It's extremely frustrating that I can't get the two machines working and talking together, since that's the way you drive it. And it has been an issue that, you know, would occasionally crop up and then I would just connect the two and it would be going again. Let me see that, make sure that's all good. Well, I'm going to have to call it quits if I can't get this fired up. Yeah, I got nothing. It just keeps coming up that it can't reach the Pi, so very, very annoying. Unfortunately, because it's HDMI is ported to the screen here, you can't see what it's actually doing. what I'll do is I'll if I can't get this going now, I'll log off and come back and see. Trying to reach the Pi, and if I can't get the damn thing, I'll turn the stream off and I'll get the things paired and come back. So I'm just resetting the page. Yeah, I still can't get the Pi, so I'm going to call it quits on the live stream, try to get these two talking and then go again. See you later.